Episode 92, and I was originally super excited to work on this and was immediately disappointed. For today, we go into my favorite primate behind humans, the mandrill. Now, the disappointment comes from the unfortunate fact that I could barely find enough information to my liking. But we are still going to go as hard as I can because, if you haven't noticed, my favoritism is unchained at all times. So, off the top, what exactly is a mandrill? Well, it is the largest species of monkey in the world from the tropical lands of Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, and the Republic of the Congo. Not to be confused with the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Two different countries. Now, most people already don't understand how big monkeys are in general, so what are we talking about here? Well, being sexually dimorphic, the males are larger than females and quite a bit more eye-catching. Females stand at roughly 2 feet long and weigh around 22 to 33 pounds. Males, on the other hand, are 28 to 37 inches long and weigh on average 42 to 66 pounds, but have been seen weighing as much as 110. While their size is a big part of their fame, let's be real, it's all about that face. Ladies, if you want to cake yourself up in makeup, at least do it like this. I assure you, it'll increase your odds of getting a boyfriend by at least 120%. Yes, that's exactly why. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. The red and blue coloration of their face is used just as I instructed, but only on the males and not the females. Shut up. That color combo actually covers both ends, with their rumps also being OSHA compliant, and interestingly, you can actually tell how dominant a male is in his tribe based on how bright their faces are. But while the cover of this book looks super pretty, let's take a look under the hood and see the actual fucking horror show. Yeah, the mandrill's last physical claim to fame is their massive canines. Canines that can reach up to 1.8 inches long, and, of course, those teeth wouldn't be nearly as scary if they didn't have a bite force to match at a whopping 800 psi. This is more than the strongest bite force of any dog breed, with their champion being the Kangal, maxing at 743 psi. On the upside, despite this being an absolutely nightmare set of attributes, the mandrill is not an active hunter most of the time. While they have been seen hunting small antelope species, actually specifically baby antelope species, most of the meat in their diet comes from small mammals, lizards, and the occasional carcass from other predators. But that still isn't the majority of their diet, as they are mostly a fruit and root eater. And to be fair, thank God, because even though they are massive, strong, and smart, they still believe in the power of friendship. And their groups are pretty large, with an average troop size being around 620. With that being said, that is on average. What do you think the largest troop count was at? Go ahead, pause for a minute, take a guess. Got your answer? In Lope National Park in Gabon, they recorded a horde of 1,300 mandrills. And I didn't call it a horde to be cheeky. That is the actual name of a troop of mandrills. I don't give a single fuck how peaceful or shy these animals are. I'm never going to Gabon for that reason alone. Fuck that. Now, while they will have dominant males, they are the only ones that do the fighting for dominance. At the end of the day, the dominant female is the center point of any horde. Looks like even though Spain only controlled Equatorial Guinea, that fear and respect for Mamacita took a hold of them as well. Now, I lucked out that the mandrill is an interesting animal on its surface because when it comes to their evolutionary history, we know somewhere between jack and shit about it. I literally have 2 facts for this whole section. Fact 1. The mandrill comes from a monkey called the Parapapio, I like that name, which splintered into various numbers of animals that are still extant to this day, mind you, roughly 3.6 to 2.5 million years ago. Fact number 2. Their relatives consist of baboons, which they were previously thought to be a species of, mangabes, which are more closely related to the ancient ancestor, and other drills, which we'll get into that. Once more in the culture aspect, I've been snubbed, which I still can't comprehend because a massive horde of giant, brightly colored monkeys have, no cultural impact worth documenting, apparently. Literally, the Bantu people have been in a relationship with mandrills longer than they have been seen as an ethnic group known as Bantu. I couldn't find anything other than they're occasionally hunted for bushmeat. As far as modern culture, the best I could give you is Rafiki from The Lion King. Now again, one of the few Disney movies I like, so that's not me bashing Rafiki, but it's just wild to me how uncommon they are in media. But I don't want to end in some lame-ass nothing burger, so let me tell you about some interesting trivia to wrap up the video. Firstly, their names. Mandrill is actually a combination of 2 English words, man and drill. Now, a drill, other than the tool, obviously, is actually an old word for baboons, or monkeys. It's kind of hard to tell. There are actually 2 other drills in the world, these being the mainland drill and the Bioko drill, which just look like a Rolling Stones version of the mandrill. And their scientific name is Mandrills sphinx. I am dead serious. Apparently, Carl Linnaeus thought that they looked like the Sphinx. I thought meth was synthesized in 1893 by the Japanese, but apparently Sea Dog out here got his hookup back in the 1750s. And to wrap this up, the mandrill is a very interesting communicator, as they will actually show their teeth in a smile to court females, which, if you know, a lot of apes and monkeys, not a fan of that. Great way to lose your face. But they've also been seen creating hand gestures to communicate. And this could be different based on the horde. For example, the mandrills in Colchester Zoo in England had started to facepalm to discourage being disturbed. And they also have a massive list of audible communications that I highly recommend looking up, but before this gets too long, I think we'll wrap it up there, shall we? So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. I passed 100 followers, so I appreciate it. And, I hope to continue this further on. We're starting to... We've long passed the halfway point for this. So, hopefully, by the time, that's all said and done, I'm done with all these animals, hopefully I'll be more capable of making more content afterwards. But, that's for the future. And until next time, go outside, touch grass, hug your loved one, drink water, and bye-bye.